Alright, hello and welcome everybody. My name is Corey Baumeister, as always representing TCGplayer.com. Today we're going to be talking about a spicy little number here in Modern, Goryo's Vengeance Ghost Dad. Okay, the deck plays out very similarly to Grixis Death Shadows list. We have a lot of the same spells, a lot of the same early interaction, without kind of the pain of having to have your deck be good by putting your life total at such a small number. With not having to pressure yourself and pressure your opponent, you're really left with a lot more time to set up a combo. A combo, of course, I'm talking between Goryo's Vengeance and Obsidat. Much like Death Shadow when you're setting up a combo with Death Shadow and just the lack of your own life. Okay, so let's run through the spells here. So like I said, we have a lot of the same spells as Death Shadows here. We got 4 Visions, 4 Thought Scours. Thought Scour is basically one of the best cards in this deck. It's basically a blue Dark Ritual. Getting this into your graveyard, being able to bring back Tasigur, being able to sometimes hit an Obsidat or a Griselbrand to just give you the nut draw of turn 2, Goryo's Vengeancing out a big creature right away. We have 3 Fatal Push, 3 Inquisition, 4 Thoughtseize, 7 total hand disruption spells to make sure we clear the way for our Jaces and our Goryo's Vengeance. The deck plays out very smoothly, except against a Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is like this deck's absolute nightmare. We have 2 Fragmentizes in the board to deal with it, but it is a very big problem. Being able to activate Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, to draw a card, discard an Obsidat, get back a Goryo's Vengeance, to return Obsidat, and then later getting back or using a Goryo's Vengeance to get back another Jace to keep the cycle going again is just an absolutely busted combo, and the synergies with it is just phenomenal. We move to Collective Brutality. Collective Brutality is a card that's great against different Collected Company decks. Great against mono red, and still just great at making the combo work, discarding your big fatties so you can bring them back while still gaining some value off the spell. So Collective Brutality is a huge card here, but it has its matchups where it's not great, so we're only playing 2 here. We got 4 Liliana here. I found that Liliana is not in a great place in our metagame, but it actually really shines with this deck, being able to discard some of your own stuff that you need to discard. While still being able to control the game sometimes with that -2 ability. So here we have our great grand ghost father, Obsidat, which is really the bloodline of this deck. Being able to Goryo's Vengeance it back, trigger, attack for 5, they've taken 7 on this turn, and then you stack it correctly where you can fizzle it out before Goryo's Vengeance takes care of it, and then bring it back at the next turn, hit him for 7 again. It ends up putting him on a 3-turn clock without taking damage. Sometimes 2-turn clock. The card is just an all-star. This is our leading deck for what to play at the Pro Tour so far. There's still time to tell, and this won't be aired until after, so we'll find out what really happened. But we have Tasigur just because it's a great card. We have 1 Murderous Cut as kind of the 4th Fatal Push, and a way to deal with other big stuff like their Tasigurs, etc., etc. Then we have our Great Grand Griselfather. Just another good 1 punch so that you can, replenish your hand. Obsidat is sometimes the better target no matter what. So Griselbrand I'm still a little unsure of, but it has done some very nice things. So that's the main deck. And then the mana base is pretty standard. We have just a bunch of sack lands. 1 of each white dual here so that we can cast Obsidat. You always want to be getting your Watery Grave first, and your Polluted Delta is your best sack land. So usually leading on Marsh Flats, sack, get a Watery Grave is like the ideal turn 1 play. So we're going to move on to the sideboard now. Okay, so we got 3 Lingering Souls. We bring these in against matchups that are trying to 1-for-1 our creatures, and they're trying to really kill everything the second it comes into play. Also good against Affinity to be able to block those gigantic cranial pating Inkmoth Nexuses that can just get you. So yeah, very versatile card, very good. Stony Silence we have for our Lantern matchup, and of course Affinity. Fragmentize comes in a lot. Most decks are going to have some form of hate. Ley Lines, Rest in Peace. You almost bring this in no matter what preemptively to deal with the threats that they have. Disdainful Stroke, really anything. It's a very self-explanatory card. Anything that costs 4 or more that's threatening us. Scapeshift, Primeval Titan, Court of Calling maybe, anything like that. Leyline and Spellbomb we have for Dredge. Death Shadow they're also still very good against. Damnation, anything that's trying to go wide on us. Any base creature deck. And then the 4th Fatal Push I really like for Death Shadows or any kind of Jund-based deck where we really want to be able to 1-for-1 them while setting up our combo. Alright, yeah, that's really the gist of the deck. Let's get down to the good stuff and play some games.